Well, hello. It's another day out in the shop, and we're going to take a look at Wyatt's truck today, kind of assess what we're working with. I already started working on the front a little bit, but the oil pan's cracked, we know that. I don't know what else is wrong, so we're going to take a look at it. Wyatt's working today, else he'd be with us today. He left early this morning, so let's take a look at what we got here. Okay, the first thing we're going to do, let's take off these tires. I bought a new Milwaukee gun. It's the first time I'm going to use it. Let's see how she works. Woohoo! Easy peasy. Way better than air. Now the socket's stuck. Okay. I gotta find the right size. We can't have this happen all the time. She's stuck on there. Yes, all the lug nuts are off. I don't think that's been off in a while. Holy cow. Put that under the frame, just in case. Yeah, that hasn't been off in a while. Got the right size socket, I think. Ah, just when I spoke. Okay, let's see if this one's gonna be as hard as the other one to get off. That one's stuck too. Trying to kick the tire off. Pull it off. I did, but it's stuck.
That's kind of funny. Try going under and pushing it.
Holy cow.
The other side and pushing it from under.
Got my little boy yelling from the porch on how to get this off. Oh yeah! Got a little carried away.
There we go. Something broke, y'all.
Put those under there in case it falls. Doesn't get me. Holy cow, those were on there. Now I'm breathing heavy. Didn't know I was gonna do karate in the morning. Alrighty. Let's take a look at this. Okay, here's what I'm seeing up underneath here. Let's take a look. Okay, first thing I'm seeing is a cracked oil pan. I don't know if you can see the crack. Let's see if you can see it. See it up there? I don't know if you can see it. But the oil pan's cracked up there. The differential has come back and hit it. From what I was reading online, the motor mounts on these little engines separate, so they need to be replaced. And then I'm also seeing oil cooler lines leaking, and this is after I pressure washed it. So far on the list is 2 motor mounts, oil pan, an oil pan gasket, 2 sets of oil cooler lines. And from what I understand reading online, there's 2 ways to change that oil pan. 1 is to pull the engine, 2 is to pull this front suspension apart, take the diff out, remove it away, and then finesse that oil pan out. I'm gonna elect for the second. Pull that differential out. Not fun by any means. I'm also seeing that these bushings are kind of wore out. So up on these upper control arms. So I might end up pulling those. I don't know if you can buy a bushing kit or you just buy the whole A-arm. So that's another thing I gotta do. See if I can get a light on that. See a little bit anyway. So how do I get all this apart? That's the fun part. Okay, I'm gonna start by taking, I don't know what I'm gonna take off first. I'm gonna noodle on it and then take some parts off. Start disassembling it. I've already ordered a oil pan, and I've already talked to you about how this is gonna have to be fixed. I got a plan for that. Anyway, that's what we got so far. Okay, I've been working on these bolts, taking this A-arm. I took the shock out. The A-arm, these rubber bushings are pretty deteriorated, so I'm gonna go ahead and probably replace that. But I want to get this moved out of the way. This kind of ripped off. It was ripping, so I helped it a little bit. I'll hopefully get a replacement with those ones. Well, let's take this guy off. Okay, we're slowly but surely getting this car key out. Ooh. Okay, now this tassel nut. My Harbor Freight 19 millimeter. I don't think I've used this one in a long time. That one's working pretty good. Okay, so add to my list. New upper control arms with ball joints and bushings all built in. I believe they make them all that way. And new shocks. Okay, see if we can get this ball joint out of this knuckle. We're gonna hit on this a little bit. If that doesn't work, because it's off, probably should have done that before, but let me grab a fork. I'm not reusing this, so this should work. Well, that's off. Gonna get a new one anyway. I switched tactics a little bit. I'm going after this one now. Okay. So this knuckle should be able to fall. Yep. Alrighty, it's lunchtime. I've got a little bit done. I've got both the A-arms, the upper A-arms pulled off, and well, let's just look at it. Alrighty, so there's the driver's side. I've got the shock and the A-arm off, and the steering control arm, whatever that majigger's called. So I've made some progress. Both sides are the exact same. So now I think I might be, after lunch, I might be ready to start working on the differential and the pitman arms that are connected to that up in there. It's not hard. So far it hasn't been hard. It's just time consuming. So it's not too bad. Let's go grab some lunch and we'll come back.
Alrighty, well, I never made it back out after lunch, but it's an evening night, and Wyatt and I are out here trying to take some things apart, and I've been out here for about 3 hours, and it's taken me that long to get these bolts undone. But here's what the motor mount on the passenger side looks like. It's in 2 pieces. It's bent.
Oh, wow.
So that's why I wanted to pull this out. And that's what contributed to the oil pan smacking into the differential. So here's the old one. And boy, that was a bugger to get out. Now we're gonna try to put the new one back in. Let's see, where's the new one? Here's the new one. We're gonna try to put this in. And with
In
what?
one piece.
Yeah, one piece. And that'll help hold the engine up. It was definitely hanging down. So that's what we're up to tonight. I don't know if we'll get this one in, but that is our goal, is to try to get this one in tonight. Oh, yeah.
Well, good morning. It's another day in the shop. The other night I was taking out the motor mount on the passenger side, and then we got part of it put back in. So today I'm going to try to put the 3rd bolt in the motor mount on the passenger side, and then try to get this motor mount replaced on the driver's side. I was watching some videos, and it was pretty apparent from watching these people on videos trying to do this that it's a bear, and it takes forever, and it's hard, but that's okay. Oh man, the sun's blinding me. It's bouncing off that sun. But I'm gonna try to get those motor mounts done today. But the first thing I need to do is clean up, because I was laying in the grease and my bolts are kind of scattered around. Here's what my mess looks like. I'm sure you guys have messes like me. You get carried away and start throwing things around. So I'm gonna do a little bit cleanup, vacuum up that grease, and then we'll go from there. Alrighty, now I can feel like I can work. Alright, well, we were trying to put this lower bolt in the motor mount, and I could not get into it. So I needed to think on it for a minute, and I went and bought one of these flex head wrenches. The 5/8 seems to be fitting pretty well. I'm gonna try to see if I can get that to work. Get up in there. So that's my plan. If you're wondering what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to put this nut in the bottom of that motor mount up in there. Now I know the lighting's not good, but it's not easy to get to. So I'm going to try to fish my hand in there. I can touch it with my finger, but I can't hold the phone and try this at the same time. So I'm going to put the phone down and probably spend the next hour and try to get this bolt up in there. Okay, I couldn't get my fingers up in there. So what I'm thinking now is I'm going to go ahead and take this bolt out of this driver's side motor mount, and then I'm going to lift the whole engine instead of just the one side, because I got to get this side out too. So maybe if I raise the whole engine, I can get enough space up in there. So I pulled out an air ratchet that I haven't used in a bazillion years. I don't even remember the last time I used this. And I'm pulling this main bolt out. Okay, so now I just need to get that out. Okay, got it knocked out with the big screwdriver. Okay, there, just fell down. The nuts hung up in there somewhere. Don't know where. Okay, there's the bolt that holds the driver's side motor mount in. Now I should be able to jack this whole. There's the nut that holds the passenger in. Now I should be able to jack this whole engine up and make some space. Better check the top, make sure I'm not crushing something. Don't seem to be. Looks like I got a lot of room. I might be a little bit kinked. But I have to be conscious of that. I don't want to break anything. Okay, let's look at the brake booster. Am I close to that? Yeah, it feels like the rocker cover gasket is up against the brake booster, so it might be all the room I'm gonna get. Okay, let me work on that. See if I can get that passenger's nut in. Okay, it's way past lunch, 12:30 or closer to 1, and we're still trying to get that motor mount in. Just 5 minutes ago, we got the last remaining bolt, so we're gonna tighten that up. But in the meantime, Wyatt's over here working on.
Stabbed my feet myself.
He just stabbed himself.
Ow.
Yeah, he's just stabbed himself. Great. He's working on. What are you working on, Wyatt?
The door handle, it's bugging me.
Wyatt's working on the door handle, and now he's holding his finger because he just put a screwdriver through his finger. There's a screwdriver, apparently.
Yeah.
He's camera shy. Doesn't want to be on camera with a jabbed finger.
Rag.
Well, I don't care about your finger. I'm looking what the door handle is. He's putting a new door handle in. Doesn't want my advice.
What do you mean?
Okay. I am finishing this up.
You finished that door.
For anyone that wants to tackle, I'm going to turn around and say this. Wyatt's going in the house. Okay. Okay. For anyone who wants to change the motor mounts in a 2003 Chevy S10, you better plan for 3 days. This is absolutely ridiculous. You can't get your fingers in there. You try and try and try and try and try, and finally you might get it. But I told Wyatt, we don't give up. No way. But I was about ready to give up. This thing's pissing me off. Okay. So I'm going to tighten up these last few bolts and then go to the gas station and get a drink. Diet Mountain Dew or something, not the other type. And then I'm going to tackle the other one. This is no fun at all. Who bought this truck? Okay. This should be it. That motor mount is officially kind of in. Oh. That sucks. Let's go look at your door handle.
Yeah. You should go look at my door handle. Can't get this. I got this side in. Yeah, there's my band-aid. But I can't get this other side in.
You got one side in?
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, you got this side in.
But then the bar needs to come up and then I have the clip on it. I just need to get it through the little hole.
Okay, Wyatt's fixing the door handle. Looks like he's got it.
Yeah.
Brand new third door handle.
That should be good. Just have to...
Okay, it looks like it works to me. I don't think it's shut.
Yeah, it is.
Are you happy with that, or do we want to
I think it's good.
pull it out and adjust it? Because it's barely coming up. You can hear it dragging just a little bit.
What do you mean?
You can, when you pull a handle, you can hear it. See it here drag?
That's the bottom one, huh?
That's because you don't have it adjusted
one above
enough.
enough. I think that's fine for now.
Okay, we'll go with that.
You can always just take it off.
Let's go grab a drink.
All right, now that I'm an expert in this motor mat removal process, let's take a look at what condition this one's in over here. This is, let's see, can I get some light on that? I'm using my Cal Ranch light, my $10 Cal Ranch light. Okay, let's see. I unbolted and jacked up to get the other one out, and I can clearly see this one is broken too. Look at that. So I'm gonna try to pull that out of there and then go to town on this one. Okay, we're already off to a better start. Instead of 2 hours, maybe 10 minutes, I got the two top bolts out and this heat shield. Now it helps that that's all broken up there. That makes all the difference in the world. But hey, that's progress to me. Okay, here's part of the motor mount. It's broken, as you can see. So that engine could move around all it wanted to a certain extent. Okay, now we gotta get that bottom bolt out. It's kind of bluish back there. That should be easy peasy. And then reassembly. Sounds easy, but it hasn't been so far. Okay, all our experience taking the other side apart is paying off, because here's the second part of the motor mount. And all this within a half hour of going to the gas station and getting a Diet Mountain Dew and a gas station hot dog. That's what was for lunch. Okay, so now putting the new one in, from what I understand, is going to be the challenge on this side, because you got the steering, gearbox, and all that jazz in there. But can it be any harder than the other side? I don't know. Throw that one out of our way. That's probably where I'm going to be laying in a second. But hey, we're making progress. My goal today was to do the two motor mounts. A whole Saturday just to do two motor mounts. And an evening. And then we got to get to the real problem, or the secondary problem, which is the cracked oil pan, which is caused because these motor mounts were broken. Well, it's a Christmas miracle. I got the driver's side motor mount done before it got dark. It's 4:30, something like that. And it's been a battle. But both motor mounts are in now. And now I can start trying to move the differential so I can get the oil pan out. So that's what I'm going to focus on next. I'm going to take a breather, kick the dog. No, I'm not going to really kick the dog, but man, that's tough. Anyway, just wanted to report on my progress. I'd like to video it, but I just can't video it with how tight it is up in there, unless I had Wyatt peeking over my shoulder and stuff like that. So let's continue working on this thing. Oh no. Scott, did I get stuff on my face? Yeah, probably. Alrighty, it's Saturday night, and I'm running out of patience. I've got the oil pan bolts all undone, and I can't get the oil pan off. So I can't tell what's holding it. I've looked. I've got grease in my eyes. Trying to wear these glasses to prevent me from getting any, but I'm running out of patience, so I want to start hitting it with a hammer. And that won't be good. So I think I'm gonna call tonight and come back out here another evening, see if I can figure out what's holding that. Thanks for watching.